meditation program called Ganga. It feels great to have all of you together at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then welcome back to many of our senior meditators. Hi, SVB sir.
Good morning.
Hi,
Good morning,
sir. Hi, Dr. NCG. Narendra ji. Justice Rajendran ji. Ponnusamy ji. So I'm seeing here Ananthi madam, several of you, Maila Swami ji, Natarajan ji, several of you there. Mukesh Chauhan ji, wonderful, Ramesh ji, Kartika Ravi madam, Sheetal, of course. Amitabh Chandra ji, Sridhar. We are here I welcome all of you once again. The audio is unmuted. Didn't realize.
Yeah, good morning, Master Chandraji.
Happy morning.
Happy morning, everyone. Happy morning, sir.
SVD sir, good morning.
Happy morning.
Good morning.
Chandra, really good. Nice meeting you. Happy New Year.
Good
Yes,
morning.
Good morning, Chandra.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning to all of you from Pune.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Chandra
Chandraji and all
Good
the
morning to
masters.
all.
Good
Good morning, Master.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Happy morning and evening.
Good summer season.
மாலை வணக்கங்கள் அனைவருக்கும்.
Smile and happy morning from Chennai, Ragu.
Good
From
morning.
Australia, London, America, எல்லாம் இருக்கு.
Happy morning to all.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
Happy morning.
Chandra, wait.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning from Mohan
Happy morning to all.
Very good morning to everybody.
Yes.
வணக்கங்க.
Good
morning to all.
Very
Sir.
good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All. After a long time.
DRK வணக்கங்க.
வணக்கம் அண்ணா.
ஜஸ்டிஸ் ராஜேந்திரன் வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம்ங்க. Happy New Year.
Wish you the same. Thank you.
Karthikeyan sir, good morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning. வணக்கம்.
வாணி
Sir,
madam,
happy
good
new year
morning.
and happy new future.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
wonderful. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Chandra sir and everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, Chandraji.
Good morning to all from Ahmedabad.
Good morning to all. Good morning, sir. Natarajan, sir. Happy morning to everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all from USA.
Good morning. Hi, Karthikeyan sir. Feels great to have you back there on this first day. I know it's pretty cold in Delhi, but we are determined. We wanting to take this movement forward. So thank you so much for joining. In spite of that, and thank you SVPs for joining. Hi, Ghaisa. Great to have you back again. Many of you wonderfully there. The more larger our group, and it is out, it's getting to be where we have those who've been meditating are most certainly are helping create and increase the energies in this program for all the new meditators, for the benefit of new meditators. And most certainly we're all inspiring in taking this forward. So thank you all for joining back. And then I love to meditate, and we all love to meditate together. This is one place where meditation is one thing that the more we are together, the more one we are becoming. And so there's more energy that's created. So it feels wonderful. Hi, Jagdish sir. It's amazing to see every program for now 7 months or 8 months that we're doing this together. Thank you. That's great to have you there. So friends, I might have missed some names. It doesn't really matter. I see Dr. Arul there. Great to have you, Dr. Arul, in spite of you yourself doing so many other great works there.
I thought the registration is more than 1,500 now.
Yes, sir. Registrations are about, I believe, as of last night, 1,800.
Oh.
So there may be more now. As you always know, there are two people, 3 people are joining. I think that there's that from the same home, while the registrations are there from them, but they usually join from the single connection. Yes. So at this part of it, I wanted to really thank each and every one of you in creating awareness about this simple breath mindfulness meditation, without which we couldn't have been gaining so much of response for all of us. And many of you told that at least 5 people, 6 people, 10 people, 20 people from my team or from my contacts are joining. And that's truly is a reflection that we all are looking for making a difference. We all are absolutely making a difference. So thank you so very much from bottom of all of us, because it is together is a moment from all of us in creating that awareness and then giving this meditation to as many people as we can. So thank you so much for doing that work. And then particularly in the last 10 days. In the last 10 days, I remember about 10 days ago, it has always been the case towards the end, but 10 days ago, we were about 400, 500 people registering. And then of course, all of you, I'm sure, took in action. And particularly many thanks to Karthikeyan sir and SVB sir in propagating and creating this awareness with not many of you, Narendra ji and others, Ramesh, and from United States, from Ashok ji and all of you, then going to having so many people. We've been told that we have a certain level of memory capacity. We only have a certain level of intelligence, and that's how our life is going to be. We've been told that if we have a certain body illness, and in many times we've been told that it is hereditary, it is coming from your parents and grandparents and from your family, and so you got to live with it. But now, dear friends, with the advent of modern science, in the developments in quantum physics, developments in neuroscience and epigenetics, it is not true. Our ancient scriptures have always told that we have that unlimited potential. We have that Brahma Tattva. We are that infinity. That whatever that we think and feel that we can create, it has not been taken on that strongly. But now with modern science, very effectively corroborating and saying that we do not have those limited capabilities, mind capabilities. We're not limited. Modern science is saying that it is not anymore true that hereditary function is what is causing that disease, or is what is the reason, and that you cannot change. When we understand neuroscience, that the way we are learning, the brain is learning, and the brain is learning, and the way the body is conditioning, body is conditioned based on the learning that we have. When you take that learning of the brain, which is the neuroscience capability of how various neural networks are formed in our mind, And then how every time we learn something, it becomes more stronger and stronger in our brain. And then how every time we learn and experience something, it becomes even more stronger. And then how it sends those signals to the body to condition our body with a certain level of emotion. And then when we understand that as the body is conditioned with a certain level of emotion for a given event, then we no longer, beyond a point, have the control to feel differently than the way the body is feeling. So as a result, as the body is conditioned to a certain level of emotion, as we repeat an event, then the body is in that emotion. And so the body is always driving our mind. And so we no longer have the control of the body. And then we are continuously feeling that emotion, feeling that feeling. And then every time we have a feeling, then we naturally are sending back the same kind of thought into the mind. And so we go into this thinking and feeling loop. When we repeat, when we relive an experience, a loss, a fear, an anger related event, maybe at a work, a loss maybe due to this COVID situation, or fear because something happened recently at home, whatever may be, then if we relive it, if we relive it and repeat it again and again, then we are conditioning our body with an emotion that is linked to it. And the more we condition our body with an emotion of grief, or frustration, of anger, of fear, then the more body is holding on to that emotion. And then the way body functioning is always sending a signal to the mind to feel that emotion, and then which is triggering in turn more and more thoughts into the mind to go and then create more of that emotion. This is a loop called thinking, feeling loop, thinking, emotions loop. And as a result, when somebody tells us that we are not good, when somebody tells us that you are good for nothing, you are limited, you cannot do this, and then when someone tells us with authority or environment, where they have that authority, like our parents, like our colleagues, like our senior colleagues, our community leaders, when they tell us again and again, are our relatives who have that influence, whom we always look up to, our teachers. And then when they tell us with certainty that you're only so much capable, then we take and we apply our life events towards it, and then we believe it. And as you believe, we trigger a certain level of emotion in our body, and then we go on into this loop. So when our body is conditioned to a certain level of emotion, then we are triggering the same thought again and again, and we lose control of how you want to feel. Even if you want to feel differently on a New Year day, on your birthday, on any special day where you make a strong resolution, but your body is already conditioned enough that we are limited or you're guilty, and then so it continues to drive that. We might have made some mistake 10 years ago. We perhaps did not take care of parents that time. We did not do a good job in fulfilling a responsibility for children that time. But since the 10 years, we've been carrying that guilt in our mind and body. We've been carrying that guilt. When we carry that guilt again and again, we are so conditioned, dear friends. Even you heard a lesson from somebody that what's the point in talking and thinking about a past? And so get over it, come out of it, and then we make and say strong resolution. I want to be a different person this year. But tell you what, if my body is conditioned, my thoughts are not good enough. The body is very soon is telling you, no, they may say anything, but you know what? Deep inside is going to tell you, you did not do your job right. Your life is a waste. You're absolutely going to feel it, going to pay for it. It's going to tell you so many reasons. And it's going to bring up that emotion as a result, and your mind is going to tell you so many reasons that you go back into your old self. That emotion that we condition into our body are the cause of how we feel and live every day. then the way you think and feel is naturally causing a certain level of signal, and then it's causing a certain level of behavior in our body by our cells. We have billions of cells in our body, and all the cells are waiting to receive the signal from this environment. All the cells in our body, billions of cells, skin cells, liver cells, eye cells, neural cells, all these cells are waiting to receive signal from our body. And now quantum physics, along with the help of epigenetics, are corroborating that whatever we think and feel is producing a certain level of electromagnetic energy out into the environment. Every time we feel, every time we think, we're producing a whole lot of electromagnetic energy. And electromagnetic energy is information. And so the body, what they've discovered is that the cells are receiving that signal. And if I think and feel certain way, and I'm sending that signal to the cells to say, feel that way, respond to it that way. If I feel that I'm old and hence so my body is becoming wrinkled, so then we're sending that signal to our cell to say, hey, I want to be wrinkled in my face, in my body. And it has to work. It has to take the signal, and then accordingly, it has to downregulate certain genes. Those telomeres, which are those simple DNA strands, which are causing the cell to replicate, they have to slowly lose their length bit by bit, because that is the kind of signal we're sending, that I'm getting old, so my body is becoming weak, is becoming wrinkled. So it has to, then that information is going into the cells, and they're responding to the information by down regulating certain genes. And as a result, we become wrinkled. If we feel guilt, we're not good for anything, then it has to translate into certain kind of change into a body. Maybe then slowly our legs do not support anymore, because we feel that we're not good for anything. So then why? Then we don't need to work on anything. So you're sending the signal. So the body responds in a way to perhaps not have the legs work very well. By down regulating genes that otherwise support your legs to function very well. With these sciences, it has been corroborated, dear friends, is that our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. Now, what's the connection of meditation? Meditation is a great way to change our thoughts and feelings. Our thought and feeling that we are constantly have in our mind, in our body, are exactly what is called a state of being. As is our state of being inside, is our state of reality outside. As is a state of being inside, is a state of reality outside. And our state of being is defined by our environment. We are constantly working for people around us. We're constantly trying to satisfy people around us. We're constantly seeking them, approval of them. And as a result, we constantly are taking in whatever that is being said and influenced, even though it may not support our life, our interest, our growth. So this environment on which we depend so heavily, and that we seek our happiness really is based on the environment that we are. Our personality of what we think and feel and what we think is true and not true is defined slowly. If we are told that when you go out in the cold in the night, in a wintry day, you are going to catch cold. You don't eat ice cream. So we believe that is true. If you're told that you come from a poor background and so there is only so much you can do, don't go after anything, a bigger goal, we believe that is true. We make ourselves limited. If you're told every time by your mother or grandmother that, hey, you're a girl, you're going out, be careful. It's going to be not a good world at all out there. Then we have just taken that as a belief, and then we form a limitation. Every time we're stepping at 10 o'clock in the night in the dark, then we're told, be careful, there is something out there. Be careful. The moment that said again and again, then it is being told that darkness is equal to danger. So we take that as a belief. What does it translate to? Translate to limitations in the way we carry our life. But however, quantum physics is deep insight, saying that we are really specks of energy. Deep inside, we are energy. Deep inside, we are emptiness in our body. We are only 0.01% matter that we see ourselves as, but everything is energy. Everything is emptiness and energy at the subatomic particle level. 99.999% is all emptiness and energy. And then quantum physics is saying even that matter that we think of, we really are, which is at subatomic particle level as electrons and protons, they are also our energy as waves by default. And only when somebody observes, so when someone observes them, they actually become matter. So quantum physics as a model, which is saying that everything that we experience ever, or will experience ever, or what we experienced in the past or going to experience in the future, is nothing but a whole set of possibilities waiting to happen in this energy field. While we think, based on the environmental conditioning, that our happiness is based on how this company treats me, or how my relatives treat me, or how my community gives me, or how based on what I had done in my past, or how my body currently supporting me. There are three things: our environment, our body, and our past, are the sense of time. We think these are three things that are really driving our future. Our environment, the people around us, how are they accepting or not accepting? How are they giving us opportunities or not giving? Our body, is my body healthy? I'm only good so right now, and so I can only do so much. I have this knee pain and an ankle thing, so I cannot participate in marathons. I cannot ever go to Himalayas, even though deep inside I want to go there and then be at Badrinath or Kedarnath, but we think that my body is not going to support it. I can't go. And then, of course, we have a past. I have done this deep mistake in the past. My family just did some kind of work in the events in the past. So as a result, I can never get out of the past. I have to be in my lifetime like this. So we think our future is constantly created based on these three: our environment, our body, and our past. But dear friends, quantum physics is saying, the new model of creation is saying that it has nothing to do with the past. It has nothing to do with the past, and everything has to do with how you think and feel, because quantum physics says that everything is energy. From energy comes the matter. Everything is energy with unlimited possibilities. Every experience that we have in our life is a possibility, and everything is there as a possibility. And then if we have the willpower and the strength to put our observation on a possibility, then so can we manifest into our outer reality. So then in the meditation practice, if we are defined constantly based on our past, which is it's called past present reality. So we are in the present, and then we are constantly feeling and then thinking that our future is continuously defined only by my past experiences, my current body condition, and my environment. And if we are constantly feeling that this is what is driving our future, and so we have various limitations. And then if we change, whereas quantum model is saying nothing to do with all those three, and then if you can change your thought and feeling to a level of future that you want to create, called future present reality, then you can absolutely manifest it. So then, dear friends, if there is a tool, it can move us from a observation and attention deeply to our past, to our body's present condition, or to our environment. If we can move away from those inputs, and then instead we can program ourselves to stay focused in whatever that we want to experience in our life, then it is absolutely possible that we create a different reality. A reality that gives us deep happiness, a reality that we feel gives a sense of fulfillment, and a reality that we feel gives us success, whatever that means. So that tool which can move us away from the environment, from our past, from our body's present condition to a greater reality is meditation. Meditation at the simplest level is helping us understand who we are, understand our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our reactions, our behaviors as a first step. Meditation then is helping us undo. Meditation is helping us to clear all those behaviors, emotions, habits, perceptions as a second step. And meditation is helping us expand our neural networks and then to learn newer things that support us to focus on a state of reality that we want to have in our life. It's helping us doing all these three. Help us realize our present personality. Where am I setting my attention onto? Am I still thinking about a grief, an event that happened 5 years ago? Am I still thinking about a discussion that I really did not like about 1 month ago? Am I still feeling fearful about this whole current environment of COVID, of this and that? Where is my attention set to? That is understanding ourselves. Meditation is helping us become so much self-aware, and it is really helping us to pay attention to what we are in our current present personality. And it is helping us give a great opportunity the moment to recognize that our thoughts and feelings create a reality to start correcting, start cleaning it up, start clearing all of that, undoing all of that. The way our brain is learning, that we have this conscious mind, subconscious mind. The conscious mind is learning. Right now, you're paying active attention, which is through this faculty of conscious mind, the whole frontal cortex, everything that is out there. It's called neocortex. And then every time we repeat and repeat, and then all of that information is going to a subconscious mind. And the more times we relive or repeat something, then it goes there into the subconscious mind as a feeling, as a memory. And the research shows that 95% of the time we are projected off the subconscious patterns that we have. That feeling that I'm not good, the feeling that I've done something miserably wrong, guilty, the feeling that these people are always like that, they're overriding me, the feeling that now this COVID is going to be really scary and it can really help damage a lot of things, whatever that is. Everything that we keep repeating is going in there. And so the research shows that 95% of the time we are projected, our thoughts and feelings projected are out of the subconscious mind. 95%, even though consciously you make a choice, but we cannot be living out of the choice because by default, the subconscious, where the memories are so strong, they project. It's called the chitta. In the Mano, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, the Chitta is the subconscious where it is absolutely there. The Chitta and the Ahankara, which is there deep inside into every cell of the body. These two things continuously project a different level of thought and feeling into the field, even though at a mind level, we think we want to be something else. So then meditation is helping us reprogram, is helping us to be aware first what is the thought process, and second is helping us to start asking questions to say, I want to be, if I am this self, if I'm only paying attention to my past problems, if I'm only paying attention to the environment, the way people are treating me, behaving me, meditation is helping us start asking questions to think and feel differently. Every time we ask a question, and then every time we say, I want to be this, what does it take to be a new person? And every time you ask that question, dear friends, then our body, our frontal cortex, there is this function here. This conscious mind has a function called CEO. And every time, the more we ask the question, then this CU of the brain is constantly going in and then reaching out various parts of the brain to say, how can I support this question with information that I know? It's trying to pull information from all parts of the brain to find if this person is wanting to change. Again and again asking the question, so what can I feed and give an additional supporting information so that they can absolutely follow that, and tries to pull from various corners anything that's supported to this person wants to change, wants to be more loving now. Instead of being more hateful, wants to be more loving. So how can I help? It tries to pull information because it's just the nature of the brain. The way it learns, it always stores everything related. So if it is able to find information relating to being more loving, being more kind, then it tries to pull that information and then gives more of those thoughts. But it starts with asking those questions. It starts with having that intent. It's called intent. When we understand ourselves for how we are today, based on the past, present reality, when we start understanding, then we start asking the question, I'm different. I want to be different. When we pose those questions to our brain, it constantly is then trying to support you by pulling all the related information, which supports that thought. So then, dear friends, it becomes obvious then that if you have more of the supporting information, knowledge that is stored in the brain, then it can then automatically come up in that moment and then start supporting us. So we need to know, what does it mean to be loving? We need to know, what does it mean to be kind? We need to know, what does it mean to be grateful for life? Whatever that we are wanting to change a personality aspect, then we need to know more of it. So on one side, meditation is helping us recognize what we are by being very, very self-aware. Otherwise, the body is driving us to be with a knee-jerk reaction every situation. But when we meditate, it's automatically, before you even create a knee-jerk reaction to your person or to your environment or a past event, but then meditation is making you aware and giving you a moment of awareness to say, do you want to go back and then give that response, or do you have an alternate response? And so it is giving us to be aware of what we are, and then it is also helping us, as a result, help us ask those questions. When you ask those questions automatically, then our mind is wanting to support us. So the more loving, kindness, gratitude, grateful, whatever that is that you want to become of, if we have this information, knowledge, then it's going to pull that knowledge for you, and then it starts helping you to change your thought process. And when we are there on that, meditation is helping us expand our neural networks. They've discovered that with the research, that people who regularly meditate have a higher gray matter, it's called. The gray matter is the density of neural networks. We have billions of neurons in the mind, but there is a concept of neurorigidity and neuroplasticity. Neurorigidity is saying that my neural networks do not want to reorganize themselves because their glue is in short supply. There is a neural glue that sticks them together, is in short supply. They do not want to reorganize themselves. And every time you don't reorganize themselves, then you can't learn anything new. It does not support you. Whereas meditation is helping to create plenty of this glue, and then moves a brain from a neurorigidity to neuroplasticity. It is sort of free to rewire itself so that we can learn something new. So meditation is helping us constantly learn new. So it is the process of meditation regularly, and it is a process of learning regularly, because meditation is also supporting, makes us to be a different personality, moving away from a past present personality to a future present personality, dear friends. So we are here today. And we are here every day to practice meditation, to rewire ourselves constantly, moving away from past present to a future present. This simple process of meditation that we've practiced is called Anapanasati, breath mindfulness meditation. Worldwide, those who are practicing any kinds of meditation, more than 1 in 2 are practicing this meditation called breath mindfulness. That is being very aware of your natural normal breath. And this simple meditation that I've learned initially in the year 1999, and subsequently took me a few years to even get into the groove of it. But then ever since, I've seen significant benefit to myself. In the year 2002, I never left. I've been practicing it. I've been fortunate to learn from a medical doctor, my younger brother, Dr. GK, this meditation, and then significantly has been remolding myself with able guidance and with my grandmaster, Brahmashi Patriji, who is the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement and Pyramid Valley International. He has been Dr. GK and many, many masters that I've met in the last 20 years. I've been relentlessly working towards spreading the message of meditation to millions and millions of people. So many, many people are practicing this simple technique that we will learn and practice during the next 40 days. Now, why 40 days? The 40 days is a time where one can really make it into a habit. If you're defined by your thoughts and feelings, and then if you're mostly driven by the conditioning of the body, and then in order to reprogram our body and mind with a new thought and a new feeling, new information, requires some time. It requires some time. Is it sufficient that when we express anger, when we burst out with anger, and then we recognize that, yes, I cannot be doing it. Our people and family tells us that, how are you doing it? I mean, come on, you can't be this way. And they tell you, but is it sufficient when someone tells us one time that we will be able to control our anger? We know that it's not. We need a practice. The reason being that it is deeply inside, already programmed. It is in our body. We got to practice it again and again to whatever it takes to avoid anger. So same way, in order to make something stick into your body, we need a practice. And so if you do 40 days, the spiritual practice of this meditation is known to be becoming as a habit. When it becomes a habit, then it naturally is going to give everything that it has to offer, because then we will not leave it just like a breakfast. When we wake up, we know that we got to be at the dining table to have a breakfast. It must have taken enough practice for you, and those of you who no longer take breakfast, to break that cycle. And same thing. So we need to practice enough, repeat enough to make this a habit. And habit is naturally going into subconscious. And so by default, whether you like it or not, it is going to keep projecting and saying, hey, your meditation. So we don't forget to meditate. The body is constantly reminding us. So then we decided that we want to have this for long enough period, not once, not twice, but long enough period to reprogram our body, reprogram our mind, reprogram the subconscious. And so we'll now leave the practice of meditation. And so, dear friends, let's practice. Let's try what this meditation technique is all about. When I learned this technique in the year 99, I said I was expecting a lot of big procedures, a lot of rituals and procedures. Hey, you do this at morning, this Brahma Muhurta, then take proper bath and sit down. You've got to have your body erect. You've got to practice a bit of support so that your body can sit down and then be very erect and straight and all that. But I was, to my great surprise, all I was told is that you don't need any of this. You just need to sit down where you are. Be very comfortable, and then just observe your breath. That's it. Gautama Buddha, for 6 years, traveled around practicing many techniques, and traveled for 6 years. At the age of 29, he got into this thing that, okay, what's happening? Why is the suffering exists everywhere? That people are worrying about death, and there's all kinds of suffering to these old people that he saw, fightings here and there, and they didn't like it. He wanted to explore why. And so he started exploring, and he wandering around and then going to pillar to post, going to various masters, looking for a solution. He was not satisfied. He was doing fasting. He was doing this japa, this mantra, many things he was doing with many gurus, but he didn't get any right answer. So one fine day he said, he didn't know what to do. So he just sat under this Bodhi tree, and then accidentally he started observing his breath. He sat under the tree and accidentally started observing his breath, and then The story goes that within the next 3 hours, he understood everything about himself and the nature of reality in those 3 hours when he started observing the breath. It's called Anapanasati meditation, is to be observing your simple, normal, natural breath. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. The goal of meditation, as we started off with the thought and feelings are creating a reality, is the goal of meditation, is the first step is to empty the mind. We want to empty the mind so that all that unwanted, unsupported, negative, stressful, anxious thought or all can be slowly taken out. So we want to empty the mind. When we observe our breath, normal breath, our mind becomes empty. When we observe a normal, natural breath, our mind becomes empty. And when the mind is empty of all the thoughts, we have an average 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. And 90 to 95% are unsupportive. They're not good for anything. They are about the traffic. They're about this politician. They're about this government. They're about this COVID. None of them are really going to support our growth, our life. They're about our boss, how mean they were. They're about this company, you think that is so mean and not supporting us. And everything is, are they about your past and how you felt, how you did not do things right. Right? How your dad did not do things right for you. It's always about that. And so if we got to reduce all of that thought, we got to remove all of that thought. So meditation then is to empty the mind when you observe a breath, normal, natural breath. Automatically the mind is becoming empty. Quantum physics says that where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So by default, the mind has got wavering nature, so constantly thoughts are there. And then each time we keep attending to the thought, then we are then placing our energy on that thought. And so it keeps flaring up and says, my master wants to increase the level of thought. So it keeps going and then pulling all the derived information. So we create more and more of derived thoughts. And so we continue to have more and more thought. Where you place your attention, where you place your energy. So then if we can place our attention somewhere else, and then so then we'll have an ability to, then nobody attending to the thoughts have to slowly come down. When you don't put an energy on it, it has to come down, right? So where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And so, dear friends, in the practice of meditation, we place our attention on something other than thought. And that something other is our breath. There are other practices of meditation where you put your attention on a mantra, on a picture, and a form, and this and that. But of all the forms, the practice, the techniques that we use, which is observing our breath, is the most simplest as it appears to be, because when you are with the breath, the thing, that very breath which is there connecting all of us, is connecting us to this environment, this whole awareness that exists out there. It is there with us all the time, but then we are not even aware that we are actually breathing. So it is a no mind process that's already there with us. And so if you're able to hold on to the breath and observe it subtly as a way to go away from a mind activity. So our goal is to be observing this breath, which we already are in many, many ways are not fully aware of what's happening. And when we observe the breath, dear friends, our attention is on something other than thought. And as a result, our thoughts will have to come down and they slowly come down. When we observe the breath, our breath is slowly, slowly, slowly observed to be becoming shorter and lighter. When we observe the breath, our mind activity is going down. Our body is already in still condition, mind activity is going down, and so body requires less and less energy to run its operation. So it naturally, the breath also becomes shorter and lighter, shorter and lighter. The more we observe the breath, more thoughts are coming down, and so the more our breath is becoming lighter and shorter. We will observe it. And as you observe, there will be a point where our breath is becoming lighter. It might have started the breath originally at the chest level, but slowly the breath becomes shorter, 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 and then ultimately will culminate at this point. Ultimately culminate at this point. And that is a time where we slowly let go. We let go ourselves and then we become totally empty. When we become totally empty, there'll be a point where we are empty, we are not, either we are consciously fully aware or sometimes we're not fully aware of ourselves, what's happening. That is called, we're going to a trance state. We are not fully aware of ourselves, but we are in a totally empty state. When we are totally empty, something beautiful is happening. Well, on one side, all the unwanted thoughts have been shut off for a period of time during meditation. But something beautiful is happening where we start experiencing a greater emptiness all around. We start experiencing a greater emptiness all around, an emptiness where there is no body, where there's no person, where there's no thing, where there's no place, because every thought is about a person or a place or a thing. And when we empty our mind, we are emptying ourselves to such an extent that we lose sense of the space around us. We lose sense of time around us because all our thoughts either are the past or are the environment and our body. And so we lose sense of all these three. And so we start experiencing a greater emptiness around. And that emptiness is energy. And that's what is called the quantum energy field. That's the consciousness or the awareness that exists everywhere. That intelligence that's powering all of us. So we'll experience that. So dear friends, our goal in meditation is to empty the mind and reduce all unwanted thought, and then also move into a great present moment where we're no longer talking about past or future. Instead of generous present moment, it's called, we're in the present moment, start experiencing greater emptiness all around. That emptiness is filled with energy. It's called quantum energy field. We feel it, we experience it in many, many forms. It could be a body movement. It could be a mind vision. It could be some kind of seeing of colors. It could be some kind of sensation, feeling in the body, or in many, many ways. That energy that we start becoming, we start experiencing it. Be a witness to it. So we're going to practice meditation for a brief while. Our first meditation session, we're going to practice it. So when you are experiencing anything in the meditation process, be a witness. Witness means no interpretation of what is this feeling, where is it coming from? Oh, is it because last time I had something at the heart? Or is it because this pain here? Is it because, 10 days ago I had actually hurt myself? Don't do any interpretation. Just observe. Whatever that you're feeling, whatever that you're experiencing during the meditation, then just be a witness to it and then notice it, observe it. Observation means that you're not interpreting with your past known reality. Instead, just seeing as it is, right? As it is. This is the phone. I just see it as a rectangular shape. That's it. I don't look and say what make it is, Apple make, it is 6-inch phone, 5-inch phone, what OS, all that. I don't look at it. I just look at it and say, okay, this is that. Be a witness to whatever they're experiencing. So the process of meditation, dear friends, is very simple. Wherever you are, sit comfortably in your chair with your legs crossed. Let's see a picture that I can put it up for you to understand the posture pretty quickly. And then we're going to observe, we're going to practice. Yes. So what you see on the screen is the posture. Pay attention to the pictures on the right side. So one sitting on the floor, another in the chair. And we do three things. In order to empty our mind, we have to still our body. And by taking those two postures, one, basically, we are keeping our eyes closed, specs removed. So 80% sensory input from outside, we cut it off when eyes are closed. Remove the specs, they're not necessary. Second, we cross our fingers into fingers and cross our feet at ankles. What you see, that person sitting in the chair. If you're sitting on the floor, you're simply cross-legged. This is it. This is the body posture. Now, as you can see, that person is comfortably taking back support, so take it. It is not a requirement that you don't sit straight without any back support. Right? It is not a requirement to keep a straight spine erect. You need to be comfortable. If the body is not comfortable, then body is not going to support it. Keep distracting you, so you constantly have another input that's coming in to have more thought into the mind. Understand this. So we want to make the body still in a comfortable way. So that is this posture, right? Sthira Sukha Asanam, right? You want to be sthira, is in a stillness, But with a Sukha asana, it's got to be as comfortable. Then we do, in order to empty our mind, we're observing our breath. Observing the breath, like many other breath practices, is called pranayama, right? Observing the breath is pranayama, but this is Sukhamaya pranayama. What we do is Sukhamaya, again, being very, very comfortable pranayama. Sukhamaya, it comes with a lot of comfort, right? And so that is what is observing your natural breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation, simply observing with your eyes closed. Observe your breath is going in and breath is coming out, right? Take any point on your nose, preferably right at the center, right here, between the eyebrows. So when you close your eyes and observe, breath is going in, breath is coming out. Some of you may be sensitive to observe cold air is going in, warm air is coming out. Just be and observe the breath, and as you observe the breath, you start becoming empty. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. I'm going to be playing music. The music supports us to go deep into the meditations, and I'll also be guiding. As I guide, as a beginner, some of you can practice and follow the guidance. The guidance helps to sort of cut off any thoughts. Remember, thousands and thousands of thoughts are there. So we are, in most cases, in many cases, are going to be getting distracted into the thought when you're trying to observe your breath. You will get distracted in the thought, right? It is given in many, many cases. And when you recognize your thinking, come back to observing the breath. When you recognize your thinking, come back to observing the breath. That's it. So during the whole process of meditation, we will be with the breath. You'll get pulled off into thought. You're going to come back to the breath. Again, get pulled off into thought. You're going to come back to the breath. But it is a very, very normal condition. Don't be harsh on yourself. Don't judge yourself that I am just too hyper. I can't control myself. Everybody who is there in this meditation, we have hundreds of people who are, at least a few hundred people who are practicing meditation, always said that first 1 week is tough. For some people, 2 weeks it's tough. It appears that way. But don't judge yourself that I'm just always with the thought. It's not. Every meditation is a good meditation. We'll talk about after the meditation. But let's just go in. Thoughts are normal. It is a part of the meditation. Thoughts are normal. We bringing our attention back to the breath is normal. And when we are with the breath for some time, we are slowly becoming empty. Again, we get pulled off into the thoughts. It's normal. We again bring it back to the breath. It's normal. So it is part of the process. Your meditation is that. There is no other time where you say, only when I'm totally empty, then I'm in a good meditation. Not at all. Being with the thought, going away to observe the breath and slowly becoming empty for some time, and then we get pulled into the thought, coming back. This whole cycle is a process of meditation. So you are doing it right, dear friends? So do not harshly judge yourself or get agitated because you continue to have thought. Instead, try to bring your attention back to the breath. Think of you're learning an instrument. You're trying to hold guitar. And then first 1 week, it's going to be such a tough thing. You're learning to play keyboard. It's going to be so tough. You're learning singing and you're trying to modulate your voice. It's so tough. It just goes everywhere. That basic sapasa, we can't even properly say. We get frustrated. Think of that and say, it is going to get in control very soon. It's going to happen. If it happened for many of us, it's going to happen for each and everybody in this room, in this process. So relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Fingers into fingers. It helps to wear your headphones to better experience the music. Dear friends, with your eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area. I want you to rest your attention on your heart. I want you to, as you rest your attention on your heart, take a slow, long, relaxing breath for a few minutes and feel your beautiful heart. I want you to, with a gentle, slow, long, relaxing breath, and feel the rhythm of your heart, the sacred heart, which is the seat of all emotions. Which is causing our life experiences. I want you to feel it. With your attention on your heart center, with that slow, long, relaxing breath, feel that beautiful heart. Feel more of your sacred heart, which is nurturing all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy, with its compassion energy. Feel it. Can you bring up a moment from your life where you felt enormous love, compassion, gratitude, and can you relive that moment from your life? I want you to relive an experience from your life of love, of gratitude, of compassion. Relive that moment and come on, fill up your heart center with our emotions of love, of gratitude. Feel more of that love, of that gratitude, of compassion inside your beautiful heart. Come on, live that experience, that moment from your life, dear friends, and feel it. The more we experience love, gratitude, compassion, the more we are bringing our heart into a coherent state, and the more we are helping our brain to slow down, our mind to become coherent. We're all deeply connected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. The nature of the universe is to expand life, is to experience that oneness with all things and everybody, with love, with gratitude, with compassion. Feel that energy, feel that emotion inside your sacred heart. Friends, I'd like you to go into breath mindfulness meditation. As you feel that love and gratitude inside your beautiful heart, I want you to go into breath mindfulness meditation. Keep your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. In this meditation, we observe our in-breath and the out-breath for the whole duration. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, legs crossed at your ankles, and observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. the mind is empty, we bring ourselves into the present moment. We channelize all that energy into this generous present moment. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. As you observe your breath, allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind. Be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the warm out breath. Allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all the thoughts in your mind. As the mind is empty, recognize we allow our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. We increase the power of thought. Our goal is to empty the mind. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness all around, that quantum energy field of unlimited possibilities. Be with your breath. It is natural that we have thought. When you recognize that you are thinking, gently go back to observing your in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. With your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and out-breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Just observe your natural breath. Whatever is your rhythm of your breath, observe it simply. Do not manipulate the breath. Take any point in your nose and observe that breath is going in and it's coming out. as you observe your breath, allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Become aware of the emptiness inside of you, all around you. As you're becoming one with your breath, tell yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to observe that emptiness inside you, all around you, spreading far and wide. The more we empty your mind of all thoughts, the more we go away from our body, from our environment, from our past, and the more we experience that emptiness all around. Yourself to go deeper and deeper into this emptiness where there's no body, where there is no thing, where there is no place in no time. That's energy. That's quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. All emptiness is energy. This is that unlimited quantum energy field where everything that you have ever experienced or will experience exists in the form of energy. The longer we stay in this field of no body, no thing, the more we become of it, and the more we receive from it. If you find yourself distracted, go back to observing your breath with your eyes closed and gently bring yourself to the present moment as you find that emptiness in your mind. Stay aware of that emptiness of no body, no thing, and allow yourself to stay connected to the abundance of energy in this field. This is that quantum consciousness. This is your divine self. This is that intelligence. The more we stay present with it, the more we access that unlimited intelligence from it. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude for living this beautiful life. Gratitude for experiencing so much more in this life. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection to this universe? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Be grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, your partners, everybody, for helping us learn so many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, the planets, our stars, for being an integral part of our life and filling our lives with beauty, energy, mystery, and more. Be grateful to all the things we use, the places we visit, the governments and companies and systems that support our lives in many, many ways. Be thankful to the technology. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe, this quantum energy field, that consciousness, for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is a higher state of being, and the more we open our hearts and express gratitude, the more we signal this energy field to receive more of that experience. Relax your body. Feel your body. As you relax, let your autonomous nervous system process the energies into your body. And recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you experience? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Okay, that's wonderful, dear friends. Your first meditation, for those of you doing it the first time, we actually did the meditation for about 38 minutes. It's a long time. Normally, we're doing it for 20-25 minutes. What's important is to keep our eyes closed throughout the meditation. Like I mentioned right in the beginning, that our mind is going to give us 100,000 reasons to say that I cannot keep my eyes closed, or can I focus on my breath? But we are, if we can be a little determined and then completely de-link our present situation of no matter what our body condition is. But first step is to keep our eyes closed throughout, not open that. And second is to continue to observe. Even if you feel that in a 60 seconds, 15 seconds you are in the thought, you still are attempting to observe the breath. These are two fundamental things. We have to keep our eyes closed no matter what. If you're noticing thoughts all the time, still it's fine. When you keep our eyes closed, we are helping our brain to practice. We are training our brain. We're going to learn a lot of this science during the next 60 or 40 days. We're going to learn how exactly this brain is learning, how it's rewiring itself, how the body is impacted with every thought and feeling, and why we have so many diseases that naturally go away within a few days of meditation practice. That insomnia that is not letting us sleep, we'll understand very scientifically. The more we understand scientifically, dear friends, the more quickly we can integrate and then benefit from it. So during the next 6 weeks, we're going to learn week after week a concept, and meditation is helping us go into a holistic being, becoming a holistic being. We're going to learn everything about meditation, a nuance of meditation, and many, many aspects of it during this week. And in another week, we're going to learn about health, energy, and our memory parts of the body. How are we exactly, body is working? What is the reason for ill health? How will meditation help? What are the different mind powers? And then how meditation is helping us grow them, increase our intelligent quotient. We have 7 memory parts, not 1 and 2. Meditation is helping all of them. All of them. We get deviated on average 6 to 8 times a minute. And we talk about concentration to our children all the time without giving a tool. This is the tool, which is increasing our concentration significantly so that we can be successful in wherever we're paying attention to whatever work we're doing. We'll understand emotional intelligence and how meditation increases it tremendously. IQ is helping us get high, but EQ is helping us grow in and gain the promotions. We grow in the organization. We experience multiple experiences, the relationships, you know that. Emotional intelligence is significantly enhanced to build those relationships and friendships. So we're going to learn that scientifically how meditation is helping. We're going to understand purpose. Ultimately, we get deep satisfaction and contentment only when we feel whatever we're doing is meaningful. And meditation is moving us into the states of aligning to whatever that gives us happiness and meaningful and contentment. And we're going to understand that deeply as a purpose of life. And then this concept of spiritual quotient. Everything we're going to go one by one during the next 6 weeks. We have programs, we have many senior leaders who practice meditation are going to come in and share their experiences. We're going to have many professionals, senior citizens, homemakers, and anyone who have had profound transformation experience come in, including children. I see this young master, Vicky, out there. There's Shreyas. There are several young masters who are just 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, are also experiencing many things in their life. So we're going to listen into their experiences every week. We'll have longer meditation sessions on a Sunday we dedicate, where we're going to go deep and then long and then rewire ourselves. Dear friends, so we planned every day for the next 40 days with a lot of knowledge, and centering all of that is a deep practice of meditation. We're going to move up to a longer session of meditations every day. We will roughly allocate half the time of what we have to practice meditation, so that we know ourselves more and more. It helps us to learn more. It helps us to reprogram ourselves. And then we're going to cater half the time to learn, either in the form of a master class, scientific understanding, or in the form of experiences from several people with their business leader wisdom and their meditation transformation experiences. This is going to be our program for the next 6 weeks. We have sent all of you an email with the WhatsApp group information. The way to communicate for us is through WhatsApp groups. We are creating WhatsApp groups. We set experienced teachers and facilitators whom we'll introduce tomorrow and day after, who are going to be guiding each and every one of us who has questions or who wanted to know more. So these WhatsApp groups are the way we connect with you. And 40 days is a long enough time. We create the groups for two things. One, that you can completely get answers to everything that you have, increase their engagement, where we can communicate with you, you can communicate with us in many, many ways. And then two, you make a lot of friends. Meditation practice significantly strengthened when we actually have other people, we co-travel with them. Each and every one of us, you and me, and all of us are in the same boat. We're all traveling together. Maybe some are a few steps ahead, some are a few steps behind, but everybody is a co-traveler. I love this process because it's all exploratory. It is for everybody. It is good. It is a learning experience for me. It's a learning experience for you. So it's the case with all the volunteers, and we are a nonprofit organization. We are run by volunteers. So we have several volunteers who are busy with their work, but taking the time of 2 to 3 hours a day to be with you in helping and guiding whichever way you want it. So there is this WhatsApp groups. If you are part of the WhatsApp group, there is an email for you. There's a link will be there. You click on that link and you become a member. And then without the information, we cannot communicate with you. So you certainly want to be there because we're constantly posting resources, books, information, announcements, and many things, because we're going to move as a group during the next 40 days to experience it, rewire ourselves, and become the best version of ourselves. So with that, dear friends, we'll learn more tomorrow. And before that, I request our mentors. We have two of our mentors, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam sir, who is the chairman for Banari Aman Group of Companies and a great philanthropist, his life is about success and service, two things, and been instrumental in touching many, many lives. We are fortunate to have him as a mentor, and I will take his message. Sir has been practicing meditation for long, and then a strong believer, and then introduced meditation to so many people. We'll take his message. Then we take message from Dr. Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir, who is again former CBA director, and many, many more things for many people. And then he's a great spiritual ambassador, a chairman, advisor to many nonprofit organizations and spiritual organizations. We'll take his message before we close the session. SVB sir, thank you so much for joining and continuing to guide us, your message.
Good morning, Chandra. Good morning to all the participants who have joined this meditation course. I want to first thank Mr. Sri Karthikeyan ji for introducing me to this meditation course some 6 months back. And I am also happy that many of the great personalities like Justice Rajendran, former chairman of IOB, Mr. Narendra, and many more of the friends who have participated in the last series of meditation courses have also joined in today's meditation course. And from that, you will understand the importance and greatness of this meditation, which Pyramid Institute have organized, on which Master Chandra has been, a foreigner in the IT business, and how great is he? We could see in his business, he is able to sell his company to IBM. IBM is not a small company; it's one of the biggest, IT business company. If Chandra can sell his company, that means that great technology that he has been able to sell itself shows his greatness. And after which he has now taken to this meditation course being, brought into all the people. And that way we have to be very grateful to Pida Mahapatriji, who has been the founder of the Pyramid Society, and also the formation of this meditation course, which I think many other people got benefited out of this. I am one among them. I do not want to talk too much about meditation, which you are going to hear. Only my request to all the participants is, please continue. Don't break this meditation for these 6 weeks courses, because it is a scientific tool which is going to make your dream possible by undergoing this manifestation course, which you will learn in the latter part of this 6 weeks course. And I am sure it is going to have great benefit to everybody. And not only it is going to physically cure yourself, but also mentally and internally you are going to get benefited, because it is going to increase your memory power, your analytical skill, your behavioral science, all those things, the benefits you will learn from the many other participants who are going to talk to you, and many scholars like Dr. Newton, Strain Daga, Lawrence, and many more are going to talk to you in course of this 6 weeks course. And more than that, Dr. Karthikeyan ji is also going to share his experience, because he is a scholar. He has gone through the meditation not only of the Pyramid Institute, but also of all other spiritual knowledge states like Java, soul meditation, and so many things. He has got the experience out of it. He also feels this pyramid association, that emptying of the mind is the simple meditation that one can go through and get the lot of benefit out of this. And I don't want to talk much more about meditation, which you are going to hear. My only request is, kindly listen to Mr. Chandra for the pre-meditation talk and also post-meditation talk. He has studied quite a lot on number of books, and also has experience in getting the benefits of meditation, not only himself, of many other masters. And with these few remarks, I congratulate all the participants for joining the course, and surely you will feel at the end of the course, you will experience the great benefit that you are going to get out of this. With this, I want to thank Mr. Chandra for bringing this series of meditation courses one after another, and I am sure this will be a great service to the whole society, and more particularly for the people around, and also for the students who are going to be benefited out of this. Thank you, Mr. Chandra, for giving me the opportunity to talk with the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dear friends, that's Dr. S.V. Balasubramanian, sir, who is being himself very, very, very successful business leader, but taking time every day to meditate and to explore it day in and day out. And because it just is giving so much, more than 90% of the people who finish the program have said that now they see a different life. There's a holistic transformation. More than 70% said they're healing their bodies, or they healed or they're healing a condition they had in the body. More than 70%, just in 7 weeks. Whether it's BP, whether it's sugar, whether diabetes, whether it's arthritis, whether it is migraine headaches, asthma, many, many things. Many, many people are able to heal, including myself. I request Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir to give his comment, who's been a great, great supporter and a force behind this whole movement. Sir, your message. Sir, you have to unmute. Yes, sir.
Congratulations to all the participants and their families who are with them. Only who are fortunate come into the path of this beautiful meditation. And as the wise man, Dr. S.V.B. said, stay on. It's not enough just for experimenting. If you want to make full benefit, stay on for all the 40 days. There is no way you can say your life is not transformed. Some people have total transformation. Some people have improvement in their health of the body, health of the mind, spiritually, relationships, peace of mind more than anything else, contentment. Ultimately, the purpose of life is to be happy, healthy, and then also spread it to as many others as possible. So this happens like what happened to Chandra. Now his satisfaction is transforming the lives of people, starting with few hundred, now to thousands it has come because of his commitment and knowledge, hard work. I compliment him and his family, Manima, and the whole, the volunteers are increasing now, it's come to dozens now. And so many others are seeking this path. I'm very happy that we are able to join this path of simplest form of meditation, and you feel the impact within a very short time. So have faith. Well, if you don't have faith, at least have an open mind. Don't come with a negative feeling of what is going to happen. Something will really happen if you are going to spend a couple of hours every day for the next 40 days. I promise you will have immense benefit in every way. For you, their family, and your relationship will improve, your happiness will go up enormously. And please, I think a couple of thousands have registered this time. It's very good. I was not surprised at all. But then please spread this message to many others. Well, they may not join on the first day, doesn't matter. Even if you join a few days later, doesn't matter. If you miss 1 or 2 days for some reason, doesn't matter. But continue it. Having come onto this path, everybody doesn't get this opportunity, I've come to know. We try to send the message to thousands around the world, but only few people are wise enough or lucky enough to join. Please attend regularly, have faith, practice in that. And as we said, it's not only that 30 minutes of meditation, what is said before the meditation and also after the meditation is equally important. A lot of words of wisdom out of experience and learning. And I wish you all transformation of life, happiness, peace of mind, and particularly during these days of COVID-19, there is a forecast all over the world. You must be seeing on the television and media. There's going to be a pandemic of fear, mental illness. People are scared. What is going to happen? This is the prediction. I've been seeing it last few weeks. And I was told yesterday by a very reliable person, there are 200 doctors at the treatment. Can you believe it? I'm talking about Delhi. 190 doctors are under treatment because of going through the treating people, see the suffering of the people. 190 doctors are treatment in Delhi alone. I'm told by another eminent personality there are 60% of the medical doctors around the world are suffering this depression. I tell you, the only remedy is meditation. You have to go to the root cause where it happens. That's where the treatment lies. What a blessing! What a great gift of our ancestors, our rishis, munis, including Lord Buddha. Simple observing. From the time you are born till the last breath goes and doesn't come back, the only thing which is with us is the breath. Our parents go earlier than us. Children and others come later in life. Many come and go. But breath is something that is there with us from the time you are born till we go. But we have been non-observing that. Now all he says is just observe your breath. Simplest thing. Aware of your breath, and then it does all the trick. As Patriji used to say, it's your guru. It's our life. You can say it's even your divine. So, friends, I would request you to please be regular, attend, try to be. I know, but in Delhi, it's very difficult for us. It's very, very cold. The coldest of the months, for several years and all that. But, once you get up, you're all right. You're going to be, you save a lot of time. Otherwise, you get up at 8 o'clock or something. Getting up earlier, you save 2 more hours of time. You see, life becomes more joyful, full of meaning. Thank you, Chandra. All the best to you. Don't make me talk every day. We listen to you. We listen to all the others also.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for that message, sir. Dear friends, we will understand it doesn't matter what profession we are in, but the energy to matter. So we'll understand this scientifically, the concepts of how a body health is there, whether it's a cause for depression or anxieties or all of that. The health week, next week is going to be the health week, and we'll understand a lot of that and how the simple practice of meditation is actually moving us away from it. Many, many people have come out with depressions and addictions, anxieties, syndromes of all kinds, many of them. And there is innumerable amount of studies are there. Now that you're here, just type Harvard and Google, Harvard and meditation. You will find a big list of them. Everything talking in detail about how it's helping solve a condition or not. Very, very significant profound transformations that are happening worldwide. And so there's no condition that cannot be, has been shown that it cannot be solved through meditation. And we'll understand deep science behind a lot of this during the next few days. So thank you so much for joining. And I see messages saying that we could not be part of this group or not. I believe what was done is, as of yesterday at 3 p.m. India time, whoever is registered, they have gotten emails, right, with the WhatsApp group information. And all of the rest will get an email again, an email this morning, right before noon. You'll get an email with the WhatsApp group information, so you can click and then become members. In case you're not receiving, so there is a number is published there. Koti, I want you to please write your numbers, and then maybe some more people. So the number they will publish, you can call them, you can WhatsApp them, or you can go to a website, and under contact, there's a form you can fill. And so we're going to take care of you for sure. First 1-2 days, bear with us, but then definitely reach out and then make sure that you will join that. And if you did not register, we don't have a way of adding you to any group. So I really want you to go back and register. At the minimum, you want to take that number and then write to them your name, email, and phone number. Without any of this, we can't communicate. All right. So that's for you. And so thank you so much. And we'll stay back here for a few more minutes. It's almost 8. We'll stay back for a few more minutes if anybody has any questions to ask, and then I'll be happy to answer. And every day when we end at 7:30, we keep the later on for another half an hour. We're staying back as a team to answer any questions you may have around the meditation, your experiences. So tomorrow, we're going to understand the meditation experiences. I did not ask purposefully, we're less than time. So we'll start with, so whatever you experienced today, so do come back and then share that tomorrow when we are finishing our meditation. We'll share, understand everything about meditation experiences so that we can know that whatever we experience is normal or how to interpret it. So thank you all, and then have a great day. And we'll see you back again at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you.
You are the heart.
In 2 minutes break, we are going to engage more.
You are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you